This week on CWN, track competed in their regional meet.
And we have a Texas Thespian Teacher of the Month. I'm Maddie.
And I'm Aaron, and today is Saturday, April 29, 2023. You're watching Calallen Wildcat News Weekly Review. So last week we didn't have a show due to state testing.
Yeah, I know. We had a lot going on, though, with prom going on last weekend.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a really awesome prom.
It really was. The juniors did an amazing job decorating.
They sure did. And to kick off today's show, we have an update about one of our amazing teachers. Mr. Jones was awarded the Texas Thespian Teacher of the Month for April. Emma went and caught up with him to hear his thoughts about this accolade.
Hey cats, I'm Emma and I'm here with Mr. Jones. So Mr. Jones, I heard you got Teacher of the Month from the Texas Actors Society. Can you tell me more about that, please?
Yeah, so that's kind of where we went in November, where you competed and qualified for nationals. Really cool thing, they pick a teacher every month to be recognized as kind of the Teacher of the Month. It's nominated by students, so one of my students somewhere nominated, so thank you guys. Not something I thought I'd win, but it's a pretty cool thing to be recognized. So yeah.
That's really cool. Congratulations, and back to the anchors.
Mrs. John's classes have been continuing with their labs. We sent a crew to get an interview on one of her AP chemistry labs, which went into more depth onto their final unit, thermochemistry. Let's hear more from her about the lab.
Good morning there, Calallen TV. My name is Logan Barraza. I'm currently here with Mrs. Johns. So, Mrs. Johns, we understand that you guys did a lab last Friday. Can you tell us more about it, please?
Sure. On Friday, in AP Chemistry, we're studying, one of the things we're studying right now, it's in Unit 9, it's electrochemistry, where if you have a redox reaction, which is when one thing is oxidized and the other one's reduced, you can have electrons move. And that's what it's a battery's made out of, is the fact that when you have a redox reaction and the electrons are transferred from an anode to a cathode, you can create a voltage. So what I did is I kind of set up some spaces around the room. We did two different ones where we got a voltage. We did a basic one, and they kind of had to figure out which one I didn't tell them what was going on, but they could kind of tell because the copper cathode was orange and the zinc cathode was metal color. But anyway, they had to kind of figure that out, and then we changed the concentration to see if that would do anything to the voltage we produced. But we got a positive voltage, which is what we were going for. So we saw that the zinc is the anode, it was oxidized, and the electrons went over to the copper cathode. And when it did that, we created a voltage, which is kind of how a battery works. On the other two were more of electrolytic cells. I borrowed some DC power supplies from Miss Compton, thank you, and we were able to send a current through some graphite rods. We used, I don't know if they're 100% pure, we used pencil lead, and then I did have some actual graphite rods. And one of them, the oxidation and reduction took place. We produced hydrogen ions and hydroxide ions in the anode and the cathode, and so you could actually see the color change because I put universal indicator. It was an aqueous solution of sodium sulfate, which didn't really react, so we got red on one side and purple on the other, and they had to kind of figure out what was being oxidized and reduced from that. And then the last one we did on the vent hood, we had chlorine gas, and we had a copper 2 chloride was our solution. We ran a power supply through it, and we actually created chlorine gas. That's why you had to do it on the vent hood. And then the other side, we saw that the copper was getting plated. So from there, they were to figure out which one was the anode, which one's the cathode, and that was really what we were doing today. It's easy for me to explain it, but until you actually can see it, hopefully it kind of sticks with them, and they have a better idea of what we've been talking about in class.
Well, thank you there, Mrs. Johns. And with that, now back to the studio.
Throughout the year, our BPA club has been participating in conferences to compete against other clubs for the chance to advance to nationals in Anaheim, California. Senior Evan Eden crushed it in regionals and state, and he will be flying over to compete in the National Leadership Conference. Congratulations, Mr. Eden.
Mr. Smith's class has also been doing labs. They did a lab about percent yield. Let's take it to the science wing for another lab.
Hey cats, I'm here with Mr. Smith. So Mr. Smith, y'all are doing a lab today. Can you tell me what the purpose of this lab is?
Yes, we're doing a percent yield lab. So in chemistry, there's a thing called the theoretical yield. That's if everything could work perfect and you got as much product as you can. Well, we all know that we don't live in a perfect world, and that never happens, or rarely happens. So we're going to do a reaction, burning magnesium. Magnesium's going to go to magnesium oxide. And there are some problems with that going to completion. One is that oxygen Even though it's in excess, sometimes it's hard to get all the oxygen to react with the magnesium. And also there's nitrogen in the air, and that can produce a side product. So both of those things will prevent us from getting the theoretical yield. And what we'll measure is our actual yield, and that's what our percent yield is. Our actual divided by our theoretical times 100. And hopefully the kids will be able to do this without burning their fingers or breaking a crucible.
Well, that sounds fun. Thank you, and back to the studio.
Last week, Calallen High School had a job fair. This was an incredible opportunity for new staff to enter Calallen. Quentin has a rundown for us.
I'm Quentin, and I'm here with Miss Kelsey. Miss Kelsey, can you tell us about the job fair on Saturday?
Sure. This past Saturday, we held a job fair for openings for Calallen ISD for the next school year at the high school library. And the departments were all campuses hiring teachers, aides, as well as operations. So that's your maintenance jobs, custodians, and food service workers.
How does this help the students for the future?
So we're putting an emphasis on recruiting high-quality educators at Calallen ISD to ensure that you, the students, have the best education possible at our district.
So is it just like encouragement?
It was recruiting across, casting a wider net throughout our community and telling potential educators about the amazing place Calallen ISD is to work. We had an amazing turnout this past Saturday, and we're really excited about the 23-24 school year and onboarding some of the amazing people we met.
That's good to hear. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Back to you.
The homestead and soil judging teams from our Calallen FFA left earlier this week to compete at state. Alana went to catch up with Mr. Fedias about state before they left. Let's hear his thoughts going into the competition.
Hey Wildcats, I'm here with Mr. F. Mr. F, could you give us some more insight on what you and your students are going to be competing with at state?
Sure. We leave tomorrow morning for land evaluation and home site evaluation. Both of those have to deal with looking at a property, evaluating it for land is for livestock and wildlife, and they'll look at depth of soil, slope, and a bunch of other factors. And then the home site is the same thing, except instead of livestock and wildlife, that piece of property is evaluated for a home. And then after that, we'll come back on Thursday. They'll compete Thursday, and then we'll be back Thursday night, and we leave Friday morning to Texas A&M University with the livestock evaluation team. And that particular team will look at different species of livestock, place them in a class. They also do some cattle grading for feeder cattle and slaughter cattle.
That's awesome. And how many students are going to be competing?
I believe we have 12 total.
That's great. Well, we wish all our Wildcats good luck. Back to the studio.
Alongside our other FFA teams, our floriculture nursery is also going to state.
Chris interviewed Mrs. Reyes for more.
Morning, Cats America. Today I'm here with Ms. Reyes. And Ms. Reyes, can you tell me more about the teams advancing to state at the end of this week?
Yes, so we have 5 teams advancing to state. We've got land, homesite, livestock, floriculture, and nursery, and they're going to be in different locations.
Okay, so where's one of the teams going to be at?
We have floriculture and nursery traveling to Huntsville at Sam Houston University.
And what is nursery, what does that involve in?
So nursery has to do with plants, and floriculture has to do with flowers. They judge them, and they place them from 1st through 4th.
Oh, wow, that's really cool. Good luck this week at state, and back to the studio.
I got to talk to Jace, our weather anchor for Thursday, and he did really well in his prerequisites where he got 9th out of 100, so I hope he can keep it up.
Yes, it seems like he's doing a good job.
One of our very own craft students went and competed in a welding competition. Brandon Morin did a stellar job where he placed 3rd overall. Jaden went and grabbed his thoughts on the event.
Hey Calallen TV, I'm Jaden and I'm here with Brandon Morin, and I heard you won 3rd in state for welding. Can you tell me what school you went to perform that?
Well, I went to Craft Training Center to compete there for state, and it was like 13 kids from all across Texas, and then I came in 3rd.
That's all from us. Now back to you.
Our wind ensemble and symphonic band went and competed at their UIL sight reading competition. They performed amazing and achieved 1s, the highest rating. We caught up with Mr. Valperts to hear more about it.
Hey Cats, I'm Emma and I'm here with Mr. Valperts. So Mr. Valperts, I heard there was a big band event yesterday. Can you tell me more about that, please?
Yeah, fantastic. Yesterday we had the UAL concert and sight reading evaluation, And for both of our curricular bands, the symphonic band that is directed by Miss Bowers, and then the wind ensemble, which is my group. And we went over to Tolosa Midway, and each group had to perform on stage. They've been playing their 3 concert pieces. They play those 3 pieces on stage in front of judges, and they get evaluated on that. And then they go into a room and they have to play a brand new piece of music that's just been composed for their level. And in 7 or 8 minutes, they have to play that piece perfectly in front of the judges. So our bands did incredible yesterday. It was fantastic performances from them. And Miss Bowers' group got straight 1s, which is superior ratings on stage, and superior ratings also in sight reading. And then my group, the wind ensemble, also got superior ratings, straight 1s on stage, and straight 1s in sight reading. So it was a great day for the band program.
Well, that's perfect. Congratulations, and back to the studio.
And now we have this week's GP Student Report. Listen over the bridge for more.
Hello, my name is Marcel Besnay, and here's the latest of what's been going on here at GP. Seniors took their panoramic photo last week.
I believe that people should buy the panoramic photos just because it's good memories to have.
Culinary got 4th place in state.
We got to watch demos on cutting fruit. We got to watch demos on wrapping for pastries. It was an overall amazing experience to learn new things and to meet new people and to really up our culinary skills.
Student Council went to their state convention in Dallas last week.
We had tons of fun this weekend in Dallas. We drove up there. We were introduced to the new candidates for state office and they campaigned. We got to collect tons of new ideas for student council, which you can be expecting to see next year. We had tons of fun.
2 students in UIL academics are going to state.
The GP UIL journalism team went to regionals this weekend with myself and Savannah Aguilar. We did pretty well. I'll be qualifying for state, which is about in 3 weeks for headline writing, and my teammate is going to be first alternate there as well.
And now, on to sports. Boys track is going to regionals.
I'm pretty excited actually. I mean, this is my first year actually getting this far, and honestly, I'm only the alternate, but it's still exciting to actually get to experience this considering it's region and it's a pretty big deal for a lot of sports, especially track. I'm not sure if I'll be running, but there's still a chance that I'll be running the 800, maybe the 400, 4x4. So I'm pretty excited to see where this goes for us.
That's all the Wildcat news for this week, and if you like what you saw here, please click the 2 QR codes on the screen or click the link down below. Thanks for watching.
Now let's send it to Brooke with the rundown on sports.
Thank you, Maddie. And lightning strikes twice, where we have another powerlifter, Caitlin Tagle, signing to Midland University to join her powerlifting teammate, Katie, in Nebraska. Let's hear more from Caitlin and her accomplishment.
Good morning, Wildcats. It's your boy Fern. I'm here with Caitlin Tagle. So, Caitlin, you just signed your commitment to Midland University. Tell me how you feel about that.
I'm very excited to start this new chapter in my life.
All right, and how does it feel that you're going to be reunited with your powerlifting teammate, Kaylee?
It's definitely going to be a ride, but I love her anyways.
All right, thank you. Now back to the studio.
Last week, our boys and girls golf district champions, J.R. Tinnell and I, ran together for Athlete of the Week. Aaron went and caught up with them for more on their honors.
Good morning, Calallen Wildcats. I'm here with the pair of district champions for our golf team. Brooke, I know that y'all were both nominated for Caller Times Athlete of the Week. You know, throughout that voting process, we were ever worried that, man, this girl got in front of me, this dude got in front of me, or anything like that?
Oh, yeah. We were kind of almost dead last for a while and got some votes in and came out on top.
Well, that's super awesome. JR, how excited are you to be Caller Times Athlete of the Week?
You know, I feel excited, and, you know, we beat someone from TM, so that's good.
Always good to beat someone from TM, right?
Exactly.
So y'all are going to be moving on to regionals. How are y'all feeling about regionals?
Pretty good. I think we have a really, really great chance at state, so.
That's super awesome. And for the boys, how are we feeling over on the boys' side?
We were placed first in regionals, like rankings-wise, so I think we have a really good shot at going to state as well.
So you just got to keep that up. I wish both of y'all the best of luck, and that's all from here. Let's take it back to the studio.
Girls competed in their area track meet. After many stellar performances, we have multiple regional qualifiers who competed in Kingsville the past few days. Let's hear more from Coach Pettis.
Hey Cats, my name's Emily and today I'm here with Coach Pettis. So Coach, can you tell us about the area track meet that happened this week?
Yes, I can. So on Wednesday, we competed in La Feria. We had 15 girls that went down to compete, and we're having 10 that advanced to regionals that will be held at A&M Kingsville next Friday and Saturday.
That's really good. Congratulations to those track girls. That's all from us. Now back to the studio.
The boys track team also competed in the area track meet. They had a great showing where multiple athletes will be competing at TAM UK for their regional meet. Chris went and talked to Coach Acosta for more.
Morning, Cats America. Today I'm here with Coach Acosta, and yesterday was the area meet in La Feria. How did that go, Coach?
It went pretty good. Our mission is to always secure the bag. We went with that mission in mind. We guys competed hard, and we got some out of area. We got several guys out of area. I think Evan Eden and Caden Allen in a throwing event, Braden Alexander in the pole vault, Luke in one of the jumps, and Riley Unterbrink in the hurdles, and the 4x1 got out. So we're gonna represent Calallen, not this Friday, not tomorrow, but next Friday in the regional track meet and see if we can get a couple of these guys, see if we can get everybody to state. So that's the mission we have.
Hopefully. That's good to hear, Coach. We're always securing the bag, and back to the studio.
Baseball, in their rematch against Robstown, tried to dish up a game that could knock off the #1 seed in the district. After 21 outs, our Calallen Wildcats fell short to the Robstown Cotton Pickers 5-4. Earlier this week, they competed against the Alice Coyotes, where, in their district season finale, they won 6-1, clinching themselves playoffs and a co-district championship. Congratulations, we will have the results for the seeding next week. Our girls golf team has continued their successful venues where they placed second in regionals. Lily went and talked to a pair of our team's golf players, Kayla Brotherton and I.
Good morning, Cats. I'm here with two of our varsity golfers, Kayla and Brooke. Kayla, how'd y'all do at regionals?
So we got second at regionals, which means we will be one of 3 teams advancing to state, which will be the 15th and 16th of May. And as far as we know, this is the first time a golf team for Calallen will be going to state.
That's really good. And I heard, it's your senior year, last year, best year. How do you feel about that?
I've been, this whole year, every year I've been wanting to go to state, but this year, with Brooke joining our team, it became a reality, a possibility that we could actually do it. So it's nice to have one more tournament to go to after regionals.
That's good. And Brooke, how do you feel about state?
I'm excited. I think that we can go play our hearts out and hope that we can do something good there.
And I heard you're a 3-time state qualifier. How do you feel about that?
Pretty good. I don't think I performed as well as I should have, nor do I think the team performed as well as they should have at regionals, but I think we're all excited, and I'm excited as well.
That's good. Congratulations to the golf team. Good luck at state. That's all from us. Now back to the studio.
Marshall Major, a senior golf player, has been chasing a dream of his since he was a child. After years of hard work, Marshall has now advanced for the opportunity to play in the state golf tournament. Logan went and grabbed an interview to hear more about this tournament and what all it means to him.
Good morning there, Calallen TV. My name is Logan Braza. I'm currently here with Marshall Major. So Marshall, we heard that you qualified second in the qualification. How do you feel about that?
Pretty good. I've worked 4 years to try to make it to state and finally paid off. So
that's great. And how long have you been playing golf for your life?
Competitively, I've been playing golf since I was about 11, 12, and then playing golf pretty much all my life. So.
Is this a really exciting moment for you?
It's pretty exciting, Worked 4 years, but I've dreamed about going to state since 8th grade, so it's pretty cool.
Now, if I am correct, golf, you have to worry about wind. Have you been trying to predict the wind weather?
I've been looking at every morning before the tournament. I was looking at it, and even while I was there before I teed off, I had to look. But it's just something you have to deal with. It's just how it works.
Do you know when the tournament is?
Yeah, state's May 22nd and 23rd in Marble Falls, so a little bit of a trek, but we'll get it done.
Well, we wish you luck, Marshall. And with that, now back to the studio.
Jacob Carr, varsity tennis player, went and competed at state. He came in as the 8th seed, where he faced a daunting 1 seed. After a few hard-fought sets, he would fall up short, losing in the state quarterfinals. But congratulations to Mr. Carr. And that is the latest on Calallen Sports. Back to you, Maddie.
Thank you, Brooke. And as always, there's a lot going on here. You know, that game against Alice was really good.
Yeah, it was. They went out there and they got the bats rolling, and that put them in like contention to be first seed or second seed in the playoffs.
Yeah, and Jet hit a really good home run.
Yep.
And now here's Candace with today's weather forecast. How's it looking outside, Candace?
Thank you, Anchors, and good morning, Wildcats. Today's weather is brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Happy Saturday, everyone. We did see a cold front make an appearance in the coastal bend, which brought us some showers late last night. But looking further on into today and also tomorrow, we're looking at those clouds roll out and we're going to see some more sunshine. Also, with that cold front, we did see temperatures drop a little bit for today, with it being 62 degrees, looking at 16% chance of rain, and the winds blowing from the north-northwest at 19 miles per hour. Looking further on into the rest of the day, temperature is going to rise up to 70 degrees at 12, get as high as 75 at 4, drop down to 71 later on tonight. Percent chance of rain also staying consistent at 15% until 4, dropping down to 0% later on tonight. And the winds will be blowing from a strong 23 miles per hour from northwest at 12 p.m., drop down to 21 miles per hour from north-northwest at 4, and then drop down to 10 miles per hour from north-northwest at 8 o'clock tonight. Looking further on into Sunday's weather, we are looking at some more sunshine making an appearance. Temperatures also rising up to 82 degrees, 4% chance of rain, and the winds blowing from the southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. It's all from weather. Have a great one, and back to the Anchors.
Thank you, Candace.
Yes, of course.
And that's all your announcements for today, but now it's time for a joke of the day. So, Maddie, why did the cookie go to the doctor?
I don't know, Aaron. Why?
It was feeling crummy.
For all you social people out there, make sure you're following us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram at CalallenTV for all the latest updates. Also, subscribe to us here on YouTube to catch all of our latest videos.
And as always,
stay classy, Calallen.